Good morning, gamers, and welcome to another episode of Sean's Picks of the Week. Yeah, normally I do this on Friday. I'm going to start experimenting with doing them on Saturday morning instead, since I make a pick on Friday. I don't know, probably go back and forth. But anyway, doing it this morning here on Saturday. This is covering the week's picks, and because this past week we had the Cthulhu Mythos sale going on at DriveThruRPG, I decided to dive in with picks related. Now, regular listeners and watchers will know that I am in no way, shape, or form a Lovecraft fan. One, I have a real problem with the human being. Two, horror's just not my thing. And really deep, dark, psychological, no way out horror especially just isn't my thing. But there is no denying the amazing impact that this mythos, these stories, the style of horror has had on gaming. It is a hugely popular genre for a lot of people. So there's no denying its importance, and therefore it is worth celebrating. So we go to one of the great masters of creating Cthulhian horror for gaming, and that's Sandy Petersen, and this is S.Petersen's Field Guide to Lovecraftian Horrors. This is a beautiful book, especially if you're into the weird and creepy, and it is a fantastic supplement, not just for those playing the Call of Cthulhu game, but anyone who's just really into this genre, this style, this kind of thing. So this is our first pick for the week, S.Petersen's Field Guide to Lovecraftian Horrors. I do want to, by the way, remind you that if you click on these things and go in and make any purchases, yes, I do get an affiliate income residual from that. And the scratching and whining dog at the door to my office is the one you're helping support feed. If you do not click the links and buy things, Raya starves. That's not true at all, but nonetheless. Thank you for your support. So we move on to the next pick, which is Delta Green Control Group. Now, Delta Green is a huge thing within the gaming space. It is basically modern-day super spy government agents dealing with Cthulhian and Lovecraftian horror. This thing is meant to just delve you right into the Delta Green setting with a number of different scenarios for Delta Green roleplay. This is one of their most recent releases. And people, again, it's just hugely popular. This is one of the top sellers. Delta Green is incredibly brilliantly written for those who are interested in modern-day espionage and government agencies. This is a fantastic treatise on that kind of style of gaming. But then add in by the way, we're fighting supernatural horrors. Now, we move on to Horror on the Orient Express, which, of course, is a classic callback to a famous murder mystery, but this is something more. This is huge. This is a possibly years-long campaign in one set of material. It is, again, for the classic Call of Cthulhu game. It spans the European continent. There's props and beautiful images. Let me see if I click this open real quick and show you. No, actually, you have to click and go onto the site, but I'm just telling you, all the handouts and the beautiful attention to detail. This is the kind of thing that a GM could delve into and run a Call of Cthulhu campaign for quite some time. Now we move on to the Achtung Cthulhu bundle. This is everything that they have created in PDF for either Call of Cthulhu or Savage Worlds for you to play World War II era Cthulhian Lovecraftian horror. You are agents of the OSS and of the Allies dealing with the horrors that the Nazis are attempting to unleash as part of their war effort. This bundle has the whole shebang. Now, we can finally wrap up with one of the few examples that I actually think maybe I would give it a shot. Raiders of Railay, and I know I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. There's always some weird way to say this stuff. But this basically is exactly what it sounds like. Take the pulp era Indiana Jones, take him and his types of people, put them into the world where they are going around and digging up stuff in ancient tombs. So two-fisted pulp mixed with the Lovecraftian horror. That is a version of this kind of horror that I think I could get into. And again, this is wildly popular and people are really excited about it. So there it is. The week's picks, Cthulhu Mythos. The sale is over, unfortunately, but these things are still worth taking a look at, especially if you're into horror gaming, either as a GM or as a player. And as always, folks, game on and be good.